Hello everyone, it's me Pandragon Valimar, your favorite dragon cyborg friend. In today's video, I'm gonna review and give my honest opinion about Trail to Daybreak 2, the last game of the series that for now in America. In our country it's over until this fall with the release of Beyond the Horizon in the Sky remake. Before I continue, I want to say one thing. Trail to Daybreak 2 was a worst nightmare. While the Trail series I have played, I say Daybreak 2 is one of the worst in the series. At least some part of it in the story. And it's confusing too. After playing it now, I can understand why some people hate it. Still, that doesn't mean everything was bad in the game though. Speaking about Trail, if you want to see more of my thought video about the rest of the series, the link would be in the description. Also, I'm doing tier lists, and I started a series of deep lore video called Chronicle of Zemuria. That's everything about Trail. So don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of these content. Or my other game content, like a game walkthrough that I started recently. Now that I said that, let's dive into the video and be warned. There will be spoiler. Not too much, but there will be some. So Trail to Daybreak 2 Crimson Sin take place a couple months after the end of Daybreak 1. Dantis is dead, Almada no longer exists, and the Garden Worcester are no more. Van and the other have their hand on all the 7 Genesis, devices with strange power, and only one remains. So the story is focused again on those devices, or to be more precise, the 8th one. So everything began in a warehouse where a soldier trying to catch a criminal with a hat and a coat. But when he got cornered, a red fairy yellow, looked like an imp, appeared and transformed the guy who held the 8 Genesis in his hand into a red Grendel. And after that, he just murdered everyone in front of him, with blood everywhere. So yeah, the game basically started like this, and we had already a couple of deaths. That's really good start, huh? Then later, we see the return of Nadia and Swin, 2 main characters from Trail to Reverie. And after this incident, we see Elaine that came to our right solution to ask Van for help to find more clues about this mysterious red Grendel. Because Van have a Grendel too, so before people accuse him, they wanted to have some clue about this red one. And thus, that's how the story begins. The confusion come a little later while they both fight the red Grendel and die by his hand. Suddenly, out of nowhere, Anya's Genesis send them a couple of hours into the past before their death. This time reset thing is basically all that will happen during the story of the game. It will happen at least 1,000 of times, but no, maybe not that much, but a lot of time. And then after trying another way to beat him, they able to survive the fight, but a red Grendel escaped. Then we see 2 weird children in the shadow. After that we see Arwood watching. And then another guy dressed in white watching too. Oh, and then Nadia and Swin came to the rescue. So yeah, so much stuff happened in such short time that it really became so confusing. The rewind time was the worst of all. It became quickly redundant in the game. It's happened too much. Even if, yeah, it's fun to wonder sometimes. Oh, they would die sometime. Oh, they would fail. When shit they could happen, or when they would solve the problem. And oh, they would succeed. But at some point, it's too much. Yes, that gives some mystery and suspense, true. But still. Also, because they are able to prevent mostly everything with time rewind, well, nothing basically happened in the story that really impacted the game. For example, if time would have rewind before Almada got their end on the Genesis, and Van would have prevented them to do so, well, all the event of Daybreak 1 would have never existed. Which means no story would have happened. Then no one would have met. Our resolution would still be just Van. I don't know if you guys understand what I mean. But still, rewind time was really a bad idea. Why, speaking of the story, I would say, in my opinion, some part of it was really bad writing. First, it was freaking confusing. Second, too much different story were mixed together. Which, yeah, that's why it was confusing. And we're just doing the same dungeon of chapter over again, but in another route, because we prevent one stuff to happen. I mean, some stories were good, like what happened with AU, or the truth about Paradise. But it had nothing to do really with the main plot. Also, something I was really disappointed is we don't travel much to new places in that game. In each chapter, compared to most of the Trail series. Daybreak 1, for example. Each chapter we visit a new place in Calvard. While we were on Edith only at the start of each. But now in Trail to Daybreak 2, we mostly stay in Edith during the whole game. The only time we go somewhere else is during Route B of Act 1 and 2. And during Fragment. Don't get me wrong, some stuff that happened in Edith was insane. But being stuck in there for at least 6 routes, it was too much. That was really too much. It was even worse with the time rewinding. Another disappointment was the Marchen Garten. I don't know if I pronounced it right, but it's some sort of VR place, really similar to Reverie Corridor. Basically, Falcom seemed to have tried to do another Reverie Corridor with this. But I will be honest there, Reverie Corridor was so much better. It cannot even compare. I speak about the one in Trail into Reverie, by the way, not the one in the garbage one in Cold Steel 2. I don't even know why they put the Marchen Garten in Daybreak 2, cause they don't change anything about the main story. Yeah, it's syncing with the Garden Master, but I don't think making this an optional content with 10 floor and more was necessary. So yeah, some part of the story were great, but they cannot destroy it with time rewind. I can understand it's because we will face the Septerion of Time. At this point, it's clear that it's what is coming next game. Some people already know who have played Beyond the Horizon, well, Farewell Zemuria in Japan. But still, they could have done something better with time still. Now let's talk a little about the character. The story was not that amazing, but most characters and their development were great. The only character I would say I really dislike is the Garden Master. He was such a bad main villain. We had one of the best villains in the last game, and now we have one of the worst. Won't spoil there, but the reason why he's doing bad stuff, it's really dumb. Honestly, Arwood should have been the main villain of the game. I mean, for real, this guy deserved much screen time. Why Limit Island was my first chapter? Well, that's basically because this guy running the show. So I would, like in the first game, a great character. This guy deserves an Oscar, I would be honest. I was also happy to see Ren again, and that she was playable this time. We also learn more about her past, that we finally have a closure with our story linked with Paradise. So finally, the story of Ren is done. At least everything about the past. I also like the lore reveal about Quatre, past and what he really is. And for real, I never thought the truth would be that. I never thought they existed anyway. But I won't say what. I would keep that for you to decide and find out. Seeing Nine Squid was fun too, because I feel like we didn't saw them enough during Reverie. Can't wait to see more of them, by the way, in Beyond the Horizon. Also, one new character in the series that I really love was Judith's grandmother. God, that she's such an hilarious old lady. Oh my god, she was so hilarious. But overall, I like mostly all the characters in that arc so far. Again, like I said in my review of Daybreak 1, I could talk about character of Daybreak of the series for hours, but it would be too long for the video. The last thing I want to talk about is the gameplay. Well, the battle is mostly the same as the previous game. There is command battle and turn-based battle. Then you can switch between the two. I really like this, make the game more realistic and smoother. At least in my personal opinion. Like I said in my Daybreak 1 video, this is my favorite gameplay aside the armor system, which I found confusing. Yeah, it's more confusing for me. And well, the Marchen Garten is some sort of gameplay style, but it's not that great. In its feature, kinda similar to Reverie, but worse. The new cooking system is back again. They brought back fishing, but in a fun way, and we have more alignment level. Also, they added some new type of quests where you need to tell people and hide. Those were quite fun, and honestly. Another new thing they added that I really like it is when you hacking stuff, big chests to be at like a computer, I think. Well, when you hack, it starts some kind of mini game when you play Mare or the robot of Quatre, I don't remember his name. You, I think. And you need to travel in some sort of corridor and try to achieve the goal without getting caught by bot. Okay, it's not a boring minigame and dumb, but for me it was fun. There was also other minigame like basketball or the card game, but there's nothing to say about them. Basketball was bad, and compared to Vintage Master, the card game here was honestly garbage. God, I miss Vintage Master. It was such a great card game. Anyway, I don't think I have anything else to say about the gameplay. Most of it is the same as Daybreak 1, which I think is the best of the series now. So guys, that was my thought about the trail through Daybreak 2. Even if it was one of the worst games of the trail series, I still enjoyed it. At least some part of it. And I had fun playing it still. So if you're a trail fan, it still deserves to be played. But if you want to discover the trail series, don't start by this one, because you would be disappointed and you won't probably want to discover the rest of the series. So yeah, if you want to start the series, start from the Star Trail in the Sky. I'll wait until the remake. And you guys, what do you think about Daybreak 2? Did you like it? Do you think it's garbage? Or like me, there is some part you didn't like, but some you did like? Please leave a comment below. So that was the last thought video about the Trail series. Now that there's no other game for now, there won't be other thought video about the Trail. At least not the game. Still, I'm still planning to do some Trail content, like theory, ranking, and my lore video, Chronicle of Zemuria. So I would continue to Trail content even if I finish streaming the game and I finish giving my thought about it. So next video would probably be ranking of all the game. Anyway, that's it for me, everyone. So thank you for watching, and see you later. Pandragons offline.